Alright. Got a fresh bottle. Not open yet. Feeling a bit better. Took a quick walk outside. Got some fresh air. Took some Tums for Mr. Tums. Still feeling the buzz. Blown away is where I stopped with a weird portrait of fish. Also, it's night now, I guess. I don't fucking know. There's a weird lava lamp. While we were walking, I somehow did not pay much attention. It got dark pretty fast. Yeah, you don't say. And now neighboring apartments were lighting up. Sure. The building really was transparent. There's no mistake. I saw everything in the apartments where the lights were already on. People were having dinner, working out, having a conversation. Some people were kissing. And all that was happening in full view of the neighbors. Yeah, okay, it's a society without shame. We get it. Some people were barely dressed. Are they all exhibitionists? No. How can they live in a house with transparent walls? That letting go of window, my palm pulled me inside. Right at that moment, I realized it had been a while since I'd visited a bathroom. Lynn. Where's the toilet? The girl stared at me as if I were a fresh ghost. Not one of those stale, old ghosts. I'm a fresh-faced ghost. Brand new, out of the box, never before been used ghost. I really need to use it. Please tell me. You don't remember anything for real? We'll discuss it when I finish my business, okay? My wife, I am getting used to this, pointed me to the only opaque booth. I should have figured. I rushed to the booth. In a few minutes, I came out in a much more calm and respectful manner. It's good that I'm not a savage, and quickly figured out local home automation. Musical accompaniment made me laugh. No, I was not surprised when after landing, music started playing. It is a regular Japanese toilet. So, squat toilet? Been there, done that. I mean, not been there, but... Huh? I'm not a drunken idiot, okay? He said as he popped open a nice cold one. Like, for real, what the fuck does that mean? I get it, English is your second language, or whatever, but come on, bro. It's gotta be better than this. This is not good English. I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. Nothing in this sentence makes sense. None of it. Not even in its own sentence. I was not surprised when after landing, the music started playing. What the fuck is landing? Why is music playing? Am I supposed to assume music is playing? It's a regular Japanese toilet. What does that mean? Does that mean a squat toilet? I assume that's what it means. What does that have to do with music? Been there, done that. So you've used one before. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, not been there, but... What do you mean by not been there? Drink. Doesn't mix well with the chalkiness of Tums, let me tell you. Anyway, music is not such a laughable thing, but the melody changed. When I was making an effort, there was... Oh. So what we're suggesting is that taking a shit has its own musical accompaniment that changes based on how much effort you're putting into it. Where's that drink? Gosh, that was one line, if that. That alcohol. I was cracking up with laughter. Did it happen to you? Did it happen to you to do... I was cracking up with laughter. Did it happen to you to do your things in the toilet and laugh till you almost faint? Quite a weird experience. Hire an editor. Again, I'll do it for free. You just gotta recommend me to other visual novel guys so that I can be hired from that point on. This is atrocious. Also, I would get to see the game early. And maybe record it. Quite a weird experience. Even the music automation was confused and choked. Yeah, no kidding. So I came back to the transparent part of the apartment with my eyes tearing. Right. Have you cried there? No, I laughed. And just cheek twitched. Never mind, I just forgot what a hilarious toilet we have. Lynn did not say anything. I'm guessing we are nothing like our This World counterpart. Yeah, so, about that. The actual plot of this game on Steam is this guy discovers, spoilers by the way, that he transports to different worlds every time he has sex. That's a thing that happens in this game. Ugh. And also, gotta say, the world isn't that different. We still got, well, alright, the world's very different, but we still have Lynn. Apparently we're not in awkward spaz in this world. But hey, what do I know? Linda did not say anything, but moved away a bit and looked at me, squinting as if she was thinking to run away. Yeah, I'm clearly different. I see, there is now a stranger in her home who looks like her husband, who cannot even pee without being weird. Who would like to live with an unpredictable whack? I wiped my wet hands on my pants. I found no towel, no dryer in the bathroom. There was only a sink. So what are you having for dinner? If you like, we still have a premium at the synthesizers. I decided to remain silent. Even with all the crazy stuff I do, I can still look like an alien. Even with all the crazy stuff I do, I still can look like an alien, but my stomach growled. I have to do something. Honey, will you go cook something to your liking, please? The wife walked towards the kitchen, consciously looking back at me. I saw her blinking. It was clear that she opened the terminal menu. Meanwhile, without changing pose, she was in a different room. Okay. I didn't read that. I just kind of clicked on the fridge. Which one? My terminal is broken. I cannot see anything. Choose yourself, will you? This confession has finally gotten across to her and brought tears to her eyes. She may have stepped towards me and touched my chin. Oh, my poor thing. How come? Drink. That was probably a typo, but I don't care. Ugh, how comes? Ugh. That's the sort of gooey, lovey talk that makes me sick. Fucking Christ. Now I'm getting angry and bitter. I don't remember. How comes? I don't remember. Okay. I had to remind myself what was happening. Lynn sobbed. I really should have checked to see how the fan sounded. Fuck it, I don't care. What do I care? It's my apartment. It's boiling hot. I'll do what I want. Lynn sobbed. I did not expect this woman to make this whole place... I did not expect this woman to make this whole place dump out of the blue. Especially considering she was feeling pity for me. It was such a genuine compassion. I mean, I can't even guess what they mean some of the time. As if I lost my legs or got blind, for example. As if I were disabled and now need to be pitied by default. Good for you, I guess. In a moment, boy, there was a much better visual novel. You remember that one 4chan made? Where it's got all the girls with disabilities? God, that was so much better. Whole lot of dialogue, but I tried to play it more than once. Couldn't. Too much fucking dialogue. I played through it once and started a second playthrough. Much better game. Characters who were relatable and I was invested in. This girl could be hit by a truck in the next page, and I would find that hilarious. I need a less absurd death for her in the next page for this analogy to make sense. She could just decide living with a stranger is not worth it, whip out a gun and blow her brains out in graphic detail, and I would not feel a thing. And that's not just because I've been drinking, okay? That's because this game is stupid, alright? The 4chan one. That was beautiful. I love that game. For those of you curious, I very much fancy the deaf girl, who was confident and smart and able to boss me around and sass me despite being deaf. I quite liked her. I went after her first. And the second time I played it, I tried to go after the blind girl, but like I said, too much dialogue, I lost interest. Not worth it. Blind girl's nice enough. I'm sure she's lovely. But just, I might get back to it someday. But at the time, it was just too much. I have friends who have also played that game. One went after the burn victim, and another one tried to go after the artist, but kind of screwed up and went after the burn victim instead, which I thought was hilarious. Anyways, in a moment, Lynn seemed to come to her senses. She straightened and made an imperturbable face and stalked into the dining room. Whatever you say, game. She sat at the edge of the table and focused on blinking. I walked over and sat down next to her. Near the dining table was a microwave oven with matte, almost opaque door. Light flashed in a small slit somewhere, and something inside hissed. A synthesizer, you say? Does it mean that I was going to eat food printed on a 3D printer, aka microwave oven? I opened the oven door and took out 2 plates with garnished meat. Ooh, meat. Were the plates synthesized together with food? It did not smell like burning plastic, though. The meat was steamy and smelled so delicious, my stomach started singing. Well, it's been a while since I visited not only the bathroom, but the dining room as well. From the table, I grabbed a knife that looked like a Turkish yatagan, a 6-tooth fork, and started eating hurriedly. Apparently, this guy's a knife expert! In a few seconds, I sat back and hardly managed to control a satisfied burp. Lynn may be my wife, but it is not a reason to be a pig. Linda hardly ate anything. After eating a couple pieces of meat and some kind of salad, she threw the rest of the food away together with the dishes. How selfish of her. She could give the meat to the cat. We have a cat? Went to the trash at once. By the way, I'm allergic to cats. I am, but local me may be quite immune to cat hair on his pants and pillows. I always wanted to have a cat. Do we have a cat? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Lynn stared at me questioningly. I must have a cat. I feel it. I heard his soft steps in the corner of a nice fluffy pet jumping. Started purring like a tractor and rubbed against my hands and chin. What's her name? For starters, it's a he, and it is yours. You know better. My wife immediately realized she poured out too much concerning my amnesia, and she decided to make a good face at a bad game. I began to stroke the cat, remembering that this is a great way to lower your blood pressure without medication. The cat purred even louder. I will call you Tractor. I'm going to keep drinking. That's how good this game is. It encourages alcoholism. No comment. I'm torn between complimenting the cat because it's kind of cute and saying fuck you because it's this game. So I'm just going to go with no comment. Tractor nodded. I froze. What was that? Am I seeing things? Do you understand me? Tractor nodded again. Why is it Tractor? Got up on his paws and poked his head against my palm over him. Here we come. Lynn looked at me with her head slightly tilted as if she was waiting for more surprises to come. Like, what the hell is this weird... What the hell this weirdo will do as well? I was caressing the cat. Lynn, listen to me. I have no idea who I was before yesterday, so please try not to be surprised, whatever I do or say. Lynn nodded. That was good. Just make sure I don't drink from the toilet or tear cushions with my teeth. Wife's eyes widened and I had to calm her down. Just kidding. Yes, I don't spend a lot of time with other people. I train my sense of humor without saying them out loud, so I could not check how people would react. Not worth alcohol. Anyways, being serious, may I ask you a question? I hesitated. The girl took my hand and squeezed it reassuringly. The gesture reminded me of Garda. When she seemed to be a normal human being for a moment. Lynn, tell me, is Tractor a living creature or is he artificial? I still managed to surprise her. She was ready to hear, I don't know what, but definitely not a cat question. It was like I said, we need to talk, and then I asked her whether there existed a woman with 3 boobs. Oh, what is that movie? Arnold Schwarzenegger, I Have to Get to Mars. Total Recall? Yeah, that's the reference. An interesting question, I must admit. It will probably be the next one. Fuck you, there's alcohol. Hi, alcohol. You'd never ask me if there are 3 boobed women in the world. You're a nice alcohol. Are you not joking? Not now, I had no idea what my name was. And do you really think that I became such a humorist all of a sudden? No, but let's avoid the thought that bumped into my head. Let's avoid the thought that bumping my head added or took away half a kilo of weird sense of humor, shall we? Funnily, it's exactly how it seems. Okay, then I'll be serious and patient as well. Go ahead and ask. I just asked. Thank you. That's a standard pet. When the host is little, the pet is programmed to enhance the kid's social skills. Kids get used to taking care about somebody and learn to think about somebody else's needs. They become friends. Then the mechanism fulfills more of decorating purposes, or it even defecates if it is not paid attention to. I paid no attention to you? I'm so sorry. I whispered to Tractor, and he started purring as if he wanted to wake up the neighbors. But you were way too attached to it. Your pet never turned off its kids program. You were even prescribed to have a wife in therapeutic procedure. You were even prescribed to have a wife in therapeutic purposes. What? Tractor looked at me with displeasure. I stopped petting him, and I froze with the stupid impression I had about the cat. I was curious of why the fact of traveling to another universe was less than a surprise than that. Wait a moment, so you were prescribed by a doctor? Yes, why? Hey, Mr. Akbar. Yeah, you fucking weirdo. You seem to be depressed and much too obsessed with your cats. I'm going to prescribe you a wife. Is this your dream? Russian Von Never Talks to People ski? You're a lonely, sad person who's too attached to his cat, so you hope a doctor one day shows up out of nowhere and says, "Women for you!" Ha ha ha! And just prances off into the next town over to help some other poor slob. Christ. I'm considering apologizing to the people who made this game for my comments, as they're meant to be taken as a joke, but at the same time, they made this. So, fuck them. Yes, why? I just imagined how I come to a pharmacist with a prescription, walk around and pick my wife. Lynn finally giggled, as it turns out we were laughing at the same thing. But who would let you pick? You are a patient, not a doctor. It seems they have something in common with seriously. As much as I hate your stupid fucking writing, I'll edit. No problem. Just recommend me to other people. Yeah, he hates your work if it's fucking stupid like mine was, but gosh, he's a good editor. I seriously am. I like editing. Hit me up. Let me know. I'm completely serious about this. Tokenlad. Easy enough to find. I imagine you're arrogant enough that you'll try and find playthroughs of this on YouTube, although maybe you stopped watching after the first episode since I clearly didn't like it. Or maybe you stuck around because it's meant to be ridiculous. If this is meant to be irony and satire, you are a brilliant man. But I don't think it is, because it's just fucking stupid. Anyways, it seems they have something in common with third world countries. You have a wife picked without your say, alcohol. That's bottle 4. Good old bottle 4. Tastes much better than bottle 2. Hopefully I can get through without needing bottle 5. But here it is made not by parents, but by a kind of doctor in order to treat you from your childish affections towards your favorite toy. That sentence was a struggle. Yes, to get married is a really great way to grow up, and you get to know your wife at your wedding day. Okay. And you were not against it. Why should I? The doctor knows better what I need. You need to be married to a dumbass who is too attached to his cat? What you need? I need, you need, we need. I had my own problems. Excessive romanticizing of marriage. In short, I had way too many romance novels. So, let me get this straight. What you're suggesting is, I was a sad, lonely guy who was too attached to his cat, and you were too obsessed with finding, like, a perfect, romantic, fictionalized match made in heaven. So they said, I need to get married so that I have something else to obsess over, and that you need to get married so that you get a reality check and stop obsessing over it. Because if that's the case, and that's what it sounds like to my alcohol-ridden mind, you're a fucking idiot. I needed to come down. Yep, that's it. Okay, hi. Alright. Almost got up to my fridge. I think I can plow through for another minute here. I was chosen not to have the most romantic husband. Lynn smiled but looked way too sad. Yeah, how dare you want to get married to a person you want to be married to? I'm not saying I'm the most romantic person. Far from it. I am kind of a dick. Like, I'm a weird middle guy, alright? Part of me is like, I want to be with this woman and make her happy and talk to her. And then another part of me is like, I also value personal space greatly. And I've had a bit of a reality check since coming to college, I'm not gonna lie. I have shifted much more towards, I need somebody I like well enough as a best friend who I enjoy just having around and being like, this person I like more than a friend. This is a person who is incredibly special to me, and I want to spend large quantities of my life with this person. Not necessarily in overly romantic or stupid ways where we're constantly dating or seeing movies or some shit, but enough where if I wake up in the morning and walk outside of my room and go get some food, there she is, at the breakfast nook or some shit, with her own plate of food, and just goes, hey, to me. That would be ideal. But that's me. If this person wants somebody who is overly romantic and, like, dips her when they're dining and they go out dancing together, or spontaneously brings her roses and chocolates on a Sunday afternoon while she's at work and all the other women are jealous of her, go for that! There's plenty of guys willing to do that. Fucking, why be like, you need to be brought down to earth, have some dickhead as your husband. Oh wait, author insertion, right. Anyways, you've been on the screen for a bit, so I'm gonna progress a bit more and make this episode longer. Lynn smiled but looked way too for killing excess of romance in this girl because of some weird prescription for local doctors. That's not me, that's my doppelganger. You mean doppelganger? This is why you need an editor. Specifically me. For free, to recommend to your other visual novel friends, who've hopefully done better work than this garbage. If you want story suggestions, I'll even help you out there. I fancy myself a writer. I've never published anything. I have a fanfic I'm working on that's never going to be completed because I'm terrible at shit, but I'm working on it. I threw my pen across the room. Why was I even holding a pen? We only look alike. We are different on the inside, or are we not? Did it work well? Did you get better? Is that the right word to use? Lynn was staring at her knees. You know what? Just for you guys, since I've been rambling on certain screens, I'm going to go until I feel like I need a drink, and then start the episode with a drink, the next episode. Lynn was staring at her knees. Those were very nice knees, no doubt, but I don't really think she saw them. It seems it worked, judging by the way you met me. And what now? We were... Wait, who said that? It seems it worked, judging by the way you met me. And what now? She says, we were about to get divorced. We even got all the health certification from doctors, but you disappeared, and now, well, Schneider Tractor was sleeping in my lap. Interesting. It is an imitation to make him look authentic? Or you just get tired and already forgotten impressions of happiness, caress of human's palm worn. You came back to your initial state. The divorce must be rescheduled. Here goes. I obstruct our divorce. Lynn must be fed up with family life, with no romance or love of our living together. Tractor purred louder when I picked him up in my arms. Then I brought him to the corridor. There I found a niche with a basket and a cushion. Apparently that's what he was waiting... That's where he was waiting for me for the last year, being just a decoration. Jesus. I did not deactivate him. I put him to his place. He opened his eyes and looked at me very sadly. He must have understood everything. Damn it! What clever applications they have here. They're smarter than people. Sorry, Tractor, I'll come back. Someday when it is allowed, when our friendship is not against the rule. Wait. So he's not allowed to even have a cat? Alright, look. I get that he was too attached to his cat, so they're like, you need something else. A wife's a bit of a stretch, but hey, author desperation, what am I going to say? So instead... But no. So when he got a wife, he kept the cat as decoration, and the attitude was like, you're not allowed to touch the cat anymore. And it's like, there's a middle ground between being too obsessed with a cat and not being allowed to pet the fucking thing. Okay? There is a middle ground. Holy shit. When our friendship is not against the rule. Is it okay? Sleep now and have sweet dreams. The cat closed his eyes and he froze. He stopped imitating breathing, turned into a toy, dead and heartless. Ugh. An element of decoration. How sad. Well, I came back to Lynn. She was doing the usual, staring at me. As I usual, man. He understood everything. Such a clever creature. I sat down next to my wife, took her hand, and remained silent. I'm sorry, I don't remember how I made a pragmatic woman out of the enthusiastic girl you were before. Whoops. Did I? Okay, no, I didn't skip. Probably it was necessary. I don't know. But I'm asking you to forgive me for that. Aki, yep, he called it. It's not your fault. I would be disappointed by love match marriage. huh? And this way, the process was under control. What? You would be disappointed by a love match marriage. You would be disappointed if, and the game might explain what this means, and I might be completely wrong here, but this is what I'm interpreting. The doctors looked at you and said, we're going to give you someone you would actually be in love with. That would disappoint you. Author, you remember when I said go outside and talk to a woman? Go online and talk to a woman. Enter a chat room with another human being, okay? That's what you need to... That would be a step forward for you, alright? Seriously. And this way the process... I don't even know what that means. Now I have no improper thought... Huh? What? Now I have no improper and harmful thoughts about suicide or exile. Everything is okay. Were you having them before? Because you wanted a romantic husband? What the fuck is happening? This is the part where I'm going to end the episode and get some alcohol. And start by taking a drink. Because what? You remember when I said go online and talk to a woman? Draw a face on like a pillow or something and have a human conversation. Just talk it out. Talk it out. Be like, hello, my name is blank. Think about, actually think. And don't run on autopilot, because then we get this sort of shit. Take a minute and think. How would somebody respond to, hello, my name is... I'm going to say Steve. I know the language is Russian, so it's probably not Steve. Hell, even if it wasn't Russian, it was probably not Steve. But let's just assume your name is Steve. Hello, my name is Steve. Actually stop and think about how a woman or any human being would respond. Okay? Because from the game, it occurs to me that if you said, hello, my name is Steve, the person might respond with, hello, Steve. I wish to bang you, but don't want to be too forward about it. That's how I'm perceiving this. The correct answer is, hello, Steve. My name is Jill, or whatever the human's name is. Craig, Bob, some name. That's a normal human conversation. Start there. Go from there. Learn. However long it takes you to think, gosh, people don't talk this way, put that much time into the next sentence of your characters, because you desperately need it. I still have more alcohol, so I'm gonna keep running this gauntlet. Stay tuned, Ask Clowns and Shrewd Negotiators.